What is going on, guys? In this video, we're going to talk about how to build a huge following.
If you ain't beefing about the money, then what's the problem?
So yesterday, we actually went to the Vans Warped Tour. It was the final Warped Tour, something I did a lot when I was younger, but it was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and roll the clip. Yeah, so while I was there at the Warped Tour, you know, it was like I saw all these bands and all the bands had huge followings, and it got me thinking I should create a video on how to build a huge following, and you can use this for affiliate marketing or whatever you want. But the Warped Tour experience was super cool. We got to go and watch some of our favorite bands from on stage, and it was just a really great overall experience. So in today's video, I want to share with you how to build a huge following, whether you want to use this following just to get big on social media, whether you want to use it to push offers or do affiliate marketing. This is a solid strategy. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, so in the last video we talked about these 5 steps right here that I have on the screen. I wanted to quickly run through them with you quickly so that you could just have a quick recap. If you didn't see the last video, I'll leave a link in the description so that you can go and check that out. But essentially, step 1 is we're going to need a Facebook ad, which is what we're going to do in this video. I also mentioned it could be a group post or video or anything like that that's going to drive traffic to your survey. So what I'm going to do in this video is we're going to do a Facebook ad. We're going to drive it to a survey, which is going to enable you to build a list while at the same time getting information on your market, your demographic, so that you can create content to build trust and then provide them with an offer to solve their problem. Okay, so these are the 5 steps right here. And again, I encourage you to watch the last video after you're done watching this one to really get kind of the full spectrum. But we're gonna actually go in now and start implementing so we can start building a huge following. Okay, so we're gonna be focused on a niche today. We'll just say dog training. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into SurveyMonkey. That's the tool I'm gonna use. I'm sure there's other free plugins out there that you could probably use for WordPress, but just to demonstrate, we're gonna use SurveyMonkey. So I'm gonna create a survey. This is what I do whenever I enter a new market, or if I have a new product I wanna do. We'll do start from scratch, and we're gonna say dog training, and we'll do create survey. Gonna keep it super simple. Again, this is the 1 question survey that we talked about in the last video. Russell Brunson talks a lot about in his book, Expert Secrets, which is a really good book. And basically the question is this, and you can modify this question depending on what niche that you're entering. What's the 1 question you have about training your dog? Okay, so this is great because people are going to start putting in things like they might say, what do I do if my dog pees on the floor? Or what do I do if my dog won't stop chewing on my shoes? You're going to get a bunch of responses like that, which is going to allow you to capture a bunch of data about your audience, and it's going to allow you to create content to help them and then market to them with offers, and that's how you will make the money off of the following. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. We're going to go to next. And because this is just a 1 question survey, it's beautiful because we don't have to really do anything else. We're just going to go through the rest of the wizard and complete it. You'll notice in SurveyMonkey that they do have a spot to add in a logo. Now, having a logo can definitely help boost up your brand and make you look like a really reliable brand. So if you are looking for a logo and you want to add a logo into your process as you're setting this up, highly recommend DesignCrowd. DesignCrowd lets you set up a contest where multiple designers can come in and submit their designs to you. And you can see here, I ran a contest with DesignCrowd. I got over 100 entries, and they have cool features like setting up a poll so that people can vote on what logo they like best. But I love this platform because you have so many people coming in here submitting designs, and you can pick out the best one that works for your brand. So highly recommend them. So we're basically good to go. We just need to grab a link to share this now. So let's grab the web link is what we're going to need. And we're basically going to take this web link now and we're going to put this in our Facebook ad. Okay, so before we can set up a Facebook ad, we need to actually target someone. And a good tool for targeting people on Facebook is their Audience Insights tool. So you can sign up for a Facebook advertising account by going to business.facebook.com. And then we're going to choose everyone on Facebook, but this tool is under All Tools, and it's right here, Audience Insights under Plan. Alright guys, I'm sorry to interrupt this video, but if you are enjoying it, I would appreciate it if you could go and hit the subscribe button below this video and make sure you tick the bell notification icon so that you get notified of all of my new uploads. Also, if you're new to the channel here and you subscribe, if you drop below the video and say I've subscribed, I will actually go back through, I will read your comment, and I will reply to it welcoming you to the channel because I'm so excited that you're here with us today. Alright, back to the video. Okay, so we need to start gathering our demographic. You can choose if you want just customers in the United States of your following, or if you want to do worldwide, you could do that by typing in worldwide, and that would do that. Or you could just start typing in different countries. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to leave it set at United States for now. And then we need to start gathering some initial data, initial things that we think people who are interested in training their dog might be looking into. One of the things I can think of is a lot of people, when they're interested in a certain topic, they go and they look at books or authors that are talking about that topic, or different, thought leaders in the industry. So you could go into Google, and one thing that you could do is you could just type in dog training book, and you could start looking through all of the different books on dog training and look at who the authors are and see if we can target those authors on Facebook. Another thing that you can do, you see right here, there's a link to the Amazon bestsellers. I'm going to open that up. So these are the bestsellers on Amazon that have books on dog training. So I could actually come in and start looking at these authors and see if I could find them. So like Brandon McMillan. Now that's not guaranteed that I'm going to find them. A lot of them I probably will never find, but some of them you might. So you just want to type it in under this interest tab. Let me make sure I got his name right. McMillan, okay. Okay, nothing there. So if you don't find it, it'll automatically pop up. If you don't find it, then that's fine. You just keep going. So it takes some time. This is where you'll spend a lot of time on your research phase to make sure that you have a targeted audience, because we definitely want our advertisement going to the right people. Okay, Cesar Millan. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. It popped up. Cesar Millan. Okay. And we want to start filling these in more and more, but we're going to start I want to show you kind of what happens. We start to gather some very specific data from Facebook. Like we can see that the audience right now is 76% women. So if, 3/4 of our audience is women, that might be a pretty good indicator that we could save a lot of money on our ad costs by just targeting women right off the bat. And we can also see different things like that 60% of the audience is married. Okay. Now under the page like setting, this is where things start to get really interesting. And sometimes it takes popping in more interest to really get this tweaked and to get this to show up. But right now we're showing up some stuff, which is good. So we can see there's different rescue centers, best friends, animal societies, pit bulls and parolees, dogs deserve better, Humane Society, Life with Dogs, PetSmart. So that gives me some good ideas as well. Maybe if I target different pet stores, I can also get in touch with my exact audience. So I can start typing in these interests as well now. So let's try dogs deserve better. Okay, great. So Facebook is going to help us tweak our audience and give us more ideas just based on this data alone, which is nice. I'm going to also try PetSmart. Okay, great. Now you'll notice that there's some columns here, the affinity column. And the affinity column, what that means is the higher the affinity is, it means the more closely related it is with what you typed in this interest box. So it can help you kind of gauge that. Pets add life, let's try that one. Okay, nothing. They abbreviate it PAL, still nothing. Best friends, animal society. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to load this interest box up with, maybe 5 to 10 interests, just kind of depending on how big your niche is. You can see, right now we've got a 5 to 6 million audience, which is really big. I recommend trying to get over 500,000. It's going to be good. And then we can kind of bring it down, bring it back a little bit. So again, we can see now that we've added updated interests that 80% of our audience is women. We can see the age range that they fall into. I would say primarily 25 to maybe 64, but definitely 54. So I'm going to change this now to women who are 25 to 54. So I can do that right here, women, and then 25 to 54. And let's just look at the audience size we have now after doing that. Okay, still pretty big. Pretty big because that was the big chunk of the audience. Now I can also go down even further if I wanted and just target people who are married. But I think I'm just going to leave it at this for now. Now if I want, I can go straight from here and create the ad. Facebook allows you to do that. So we'll go ahead and just do that. So we'll use Ad Create tool. Just keep it simple. Now you're going to need a Facebook page to actually run your ad on. So if you don't have one, make sure that you have one created before you go to this step. I think you just go to facebook.com/pages, or it might be /create/page, but you just Google it, you'll find it. It's pretty easy. And we can either run a traffic ad or an engagement ad. Now, if you run an engagement ad, you'll probably have more people commenting on the post, whereas if you run a traffic ad, you'll be pushing people to the survey more. So traffic ad's probably gonna be a little bit better. So I'm gonna say dog training ad, and we'll hit continue. And I'm just going to quickly show you how to set this up. I'm not going to set it up 100% because I don't really want to run this ad, but we'll just do kind of a quick mock setup of it. So you can see my audience has already been pulled in. It's really defined. Well, it says fairly broad, but in my opinion, it's pretty well defined. We've got all of our interests in there. Now, I recommend that you edit placements and target just mobile devices because you're going to get a lot cheaper clicks and results. Turn off Instagram, turn off the audience network, turn off Messenger, and we're strictly gonna run Facebook feeds, so mobile feeds. That's what I recommend you do. You're gonna get the cheapest results. Started at just $5 a day. Doesn't take much to build a following with this method, which is why it's so great. We'll optimize for link clicks. All of this stuff basically is good to go. Let's hit continue. Okay, so here's where you're gonna select the Facebook page you wanna run it on. I'm just gonna run it on my page right now. And we're going to come down here. We're going to choose an image. So funny images work well. Images that capture the attention are good. So I'm just going to type in, funny dog because this is a pet ad. So maybe something like this. That looks kind of funny. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in our URL to our survey now. So we would copy this URL, paste it in here. And our headline is, I don't know why Siri just went off. Okay, Siri went off on my phone. It's kind of funny. What's the one question you have about training your dog? That might be too long, but let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, a little bit too long. So we're going to put that in here. What's the one question you have about training your dog? Okay, one thing that you can do is use this website emojipedia.org and use emojicons in here. So depending on the industry, so I might replace one with this. What's the one question you have about training your dog? That might make it stand out a little bit more and a little bit better. So I'm going to put that in there. Actually, I want this up here by the text. This can get deleted. So my headline is just going to be click here to share. And you can kind of see what that looks like as the ad preview rolls in here. What's the one question you have about training your dog? Click here to share. And right now it says learn more. You could change that call to action to whatever makes the most sense. Learn more usually is Facebook's highest converting, which is why it defaults to that. And from this point, we're ready to hit continue and publish this ad live, and that literally is it. So what's going to happen is we're going to start pushing traffic to our survey. They're going to start telling us. One thing that I didn't do on the survey, I don't think I didn't make people type in an email address, so I probably should have set that up when I created the survey. So just know that as you're going into this, that you're going to want to do that. But that is how you build a massive following, and you're going to use that data now to be able to build content, trust building content we call it, and eventually push out an offer to make money off of that following. And I might get more into details on step 4 and 5, maybe even on step 3 if you guys are curious. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to get into more detail on these steps, but that is the basic process, and I hope that it helps you out. So there you have it, guys. That is the video. That is how you build a massive following. Again, if you want to see more on this topic, you want to see me go in depth on the other steps, just let me know by leaving a comment in this video. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video. I am Paul James. Peace out.